Good morning, good morning, good morning, beautiful people. Good afternoon, good evening. No matter what time it is, just know this is the day that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice and be glad in it. As always, God is good, and He is good all the time. Now, it's pretty evident that Crswht doesn't give a dang about his his own team. I mean, remember a while ago when I got attacked by Logo Lock and Crswht's minions and fans of Greg and all these weirdos because Greg was on live panhandling, talking about he was asking for his Instagram followers to help pitch in and give him $200. He said he had already accumulated $300, through a sponsorship or something. He needed $200, 500 total, so that way he can be a part of the Big Three tournament that was coming to his into the same state that he lives in. And myself among several other people were saying, Crswht could sit here and talk all this smack about Nick and not paying his his teammates, but then Greg sitting here on motherfreaking live, and Local Lock even posted the video on YouTube, which he biasly took it down because he's in support of he's a hooligan. But he took the video down. But this dude was straight up begging people to help pay for $200. Now, me personally, I don't mind people asking for help, but my issue comes into play because Greg was in a video not too long ago, another live, making fun of this guy, and it's obvious the dude was black. When he went into the store to get his wife some alcoholic beverage or some junk, it was like a corner store. I'm pretty sure it was like some kind of beer or, hard cider or some trash. But some guy comes into the store and he's talking about how cold it is and how he was like, y'all need to turn the heat on in here. And nigga was mum until he left the store. As soon as he got out the store, he started calling the dude a crackhead, talking about how his toes was leaning over his flip-flops and all types of stuff. And then moments later, this nigga over here virtually panhandling. I mean, come on, bro. You can't call people crackheads and make fun of the poor, and then you out here panhandling virtually. Oh, can you help me? But then your homie was just clowning Nick Briz and talking about he left Nick Briz because Nick Briz wasn't taking care of his team. But then you on social media begging your supporters to help you. Then the nigga had the audacity to come back and make another video talking about if he was really in need, Crswht would help him. Now, I just seen that Logo Lock had posted a video talking about Greg addressing the issue with Crswht, and I bet money he's dragging Crswht for not helping him. But he lied in a live that you can find on Logo Lock's page. He said Crswht would help me if I'm in need. How in need do you gotta be? Because you needed $200 and nigga ain't help you when you needed that. You gotta be homeless to get help from him? I highly doubt. If dude ain't trying to give you $200 to get into a motherfreaking tournament, that nigga ain't gonna help you if you go homeless. If your vehicle gets repoed, come on, man. Stop lying for these people. Why you lying? Crswht is a motherfreaking scammer. Now, I'm about to show y'all a more recent video. All you gotta do is check these comments. There's people in the comments asking Crswht, yo, where's my merch? Where's my merch? Look at this. Literally within the first 15 seconds of the video, there's comments coming in talking about where's my merch. Look at this. Look at this. Right here. Yo, where's my merch? Now let's see what date motherfreaking Logo posted this. December 26, 2021. It's April. That was just 4 months ago. This dude was accused of scamming like 6 to 8 months ago. And he's still out here scamming, y'all. You can watch through this motherfucking video and you'll see mad comments like this of people saying, where's my merch? Where's my merch?
Hoolies! Yo, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Happy Hoolie days, you heard?
The crazy part about it, these guys be still trying to suck up to this nigga. And it's like, nigga, he stole your money. He ain't give you no merch back, but y'all maintain a loyalty. That's all right. Now, in this video, Crswht acknowledges this logo issue. Now, if you Google Crswht is scamming, literally the first video that pops up is the guy who made the Hooligans original logo and was never paid. He did all these clothes design, and Crswht based his payment on whether or not the stuff sell. That is a jacked up, because I don't give a damn if your stuff sell or not. If I do any work for you, nigga, pay me. But Crswht scamming, y'all can find that on my motherfucking, you just go through my videos, or you could literally Google Crswht is scamming. But look at this. Listen.
Hey, cool shirt, bro. Listen, that's the old logo. We're no longer associating ourselves with that logo. All this.
Just Google it. Or put it in the YouTube search. Crswht is scamming. CRSWHT is scamming. The first video that pops up, that's the guy that created that logo. He did all this work for motherfucking Crswht and was never compensated for none of it. That's why he's not associating himself with that logo. He scammed this guy. Now, these next few topics, I'm hopping right back to Friga just briefly. And then I'm going to scoot back over to Ballislife, and then I'm going to cut it. But I'm just going to show you all these videos so you can come back and see them for yourself. But Nick Briz and Friga, like I've alluded to earlier, they had a beef. And I'm more than confident that beef derived from their association with Ballislife. Because Ballislife just causes drama amongst people. I mean, look at the Hooligans. They caused that whole team to fall apart. But I'm gonna show y'all these little somethings, and then we gonna go right into Ballislife and cut this. But stay with me.
Nick Briz is going fucking insane!
You're soft, you're a little boy. And you fucking run like a little baby boy.
Should Devontae and Nick Briz set up a boxing match? Oh shit.
Fuck you, I got millions before this motherfucker Devontae left whatever he was doing in college, bro.
Devontae's response to Nick Briz? Is him and Devontae's beef really real? What's really going on behind the scenes between those two?
Tristan Jazz, you came in play and made it to what it is.
Did he just compliment T-Jazz and then threw shots?
Guess what, buddy? Write me a fucking 3-paragraph.
Let's get into the actual topic of this video. Nick Briz versus Devontae. Or should I say Nick Briz versus almost every social media creator. He's gone after Devontae himself. He's gone after even T-Jazz. Who knows who the next content creator he throws shots at next?
Feel free to check out that video and look at it in full detail. He kind of hits on some topics. I'm not going to talk too much on it because this ain't really too much about Friga. But just know the whole motherfreaking thing is jacked up, man. It's jacked up. And so there's that. But we also got this motherfucking video.
And so we're not going to talk about what's going on with them. We're going to talk about a little bit of what went on between you guys.
All right. This is why you got the tissue box.
We're going to have
bro.
bloopers.
I'm just allergic to bullshit, so I had to,
Oh,
shit. No, I'm fucking... No.
Passive aggressive. That nigga so passive aggressive. But feel free to also watch that video because these are two different videos that kind of go into depth about the beef between Nick Briz and Devontae. Like I said, this isn't that, so I at least included it so y'all can see it and go your own way. But now we about to engage on Ballislife, and then we cutting it. I would like to say before I move completely to Ballislife, One thing that I can say is that people like Nick Briz, Ballislife, and all these other content creators that kind of came out before the ones that's coming out now, they encourage this faking content scene. There's a clip where Frigga plays a team called, I think it's MJM or something like that. And they got this little light-skinned dude named Markel from Philly. And literally in the video, this dude is trying to convince, he's trying to convince Frigga to fake content with the thumbnail. And I'm going to show y'all briefly, like I said, then we're going to move right to Ballislife because we ain't got time to really engage on this because this video dragged out like 3 hours. So, give me a second.
First ones, man. So you got them to pick you up, and it's like I'm saying, you. No. Why not? A thumbnail, or you do it to me? Give me up. I'm keeping everything I do real as fuck, bro. I'm sorry. All right, man. Now we know when Nick came out here. We know what happened. Nah, MK did that. That's why I said it. Because it was like everybody knows it of being the whole shit. So that's why I don't want to do what everybody else is doing.
Niggas out here faking content. So, we're now talking about Ballislife. Now, at this point, I'm not gonna show too many of their videos, but I am gonna show some screenshots that I have taken of their videos just to show you that I ain't lying. You can go back and look. But if you scroll all the way, and that's one of the things I do appreciate, that Ballislife is not like Nick Briz where videos that don't do too well he deletes and get rid of, you know, type of thing. But Ballislife actually keeps their old videos. If you scroll all the way back 2+ years back, you'll see that Ballislife started out like most of these sports channels, like House of Highlights, where they started out covering college, you know, college athletes, high schools. Basically, they got on the map for posting recording other people's content and posting it for, you know, viewership, even, you know, some semi-professional and professional content, right? But then all of a sudden there was a switch, January 3rd, 2021. Ballislife showed up in Arizona at a motherfucking run that Kenny Dobbs and White Iverson was, having. And you can see it. It's called, you know, they talk trash to White Iverson. Hold on, I got to read off my notes. But they talk trash to White Iverson and then got destroyed on their own court, right? This motherfucking is the very first footage that you see Ballislife is starting to attach themselves to street ball. Now, the thing is, right, one, you'll see they included White Iverson's name, but they didn't include Kenny. And the thing is because White Iverson has more clout with his name, right? With him playing, whether it was, you know, semi-pros or pros, right? So, Ballislife attached White Iverson to their thing, right? So White Iverson, he kind of got into the atmosphere from, you know, his professional career. He was #1, I think, draft pick. He did some expos. He was doing all these like pro fitness videos and stuff like that. He wasn't really doing too much street ball stuff. It was just like the stuff you expect of these organized players to do, right? And then you see that White Iverson kind of like changes and he kind of engages into the street ball community when he plays in that game against Bone Collector. I'm about to call a nigga Bone Thugs, Bone Collector. And that's when he got pretty much introduced into the street ball realm. After that interaction with the game with Bone Collector, that's when he started engaging more. And this is where we start to see Ballislife use people to get into these spaces, but they don't compensate these people. They attach these people to their brand. Oh, you got people like Akil Carr. You got people like Bone Collector. You got several of these hoopers out here who Ballers Life associated themselves with, used their, their viewership, their name for clout. And once they got what they wanted out of them, tossed them to the side. Now, Kenny, on the other hand, Kenny was kind of left out, but Kenny was brought in because Kenny has some type of traction, right? Kenny, he don't have too much one-on-one traction when it comes to the realm of like, interacting with legit like players, so to speak. He's more of the behind the scenes with the organizations, right? So Kenny Dobbs was attached to this Word of Life, group where he was putting it out there of his past and how he was basically a spokesman, talking about how he had this traumatic, dysfunctional upbringing, childhood, that took him down this negative path of life. And it was when he was in jail or prison, pretty sure it was jail, but he came to his senses. He gave his life to Christ and things started to change. But Kenny Dobbs was in certain places when it came to like the behind the scenes organizations. When it came to like interactions with actual people, players, that's what they had White Iverson for. So the original, so to speak, players would be for the West Coast squad, Kenny Dobbs and White Iverson, right? Chris White said it that Frank Nitti didn't come until later. He did not. He wasn't added until later. When they would show Frank Nitti, they was using Frank Nitti as like this talk dude. Like he would just talk about games that he played and his experience playing certain players. It was just like, that was it. It was almost like him giving a reaction to something that he participated in. It was like a breakdown, right? And then, like he said, but when they ended up, it was like, oh, we about to play the East Coast squad. They want us to be seen as the best squad. So that's when they added on Frank Nitti. And like I said earlier, when it came to Bionic, right? You sit here and act like you in these spaces, you in the rooms when they have these conversations, you getting paid all this money. But what is your paycheck looking like in comparison to White Iverson and Kenny Dobbs? Like I said earlier, in these atmospheres, right? White players get paid more than the racial minority players. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. White Iverson more than likely gets paid more than Kenny Dobbs because White Iverson is a white dude. Kenny Dobbs is a white Native American. Pale as a motherfucker. That's why I said white. He can pass as white. But they're the original players of the West Coast squad. What are they getting paid? And like he said, Baller's Life was attaching themselves, like who put Baller's Life on the map when it came to real like park takeovers and all that stuff is the East Coast squad. Now this is the same squad. Look at it. Before they had Austin Mills, before they had that tall slinky nigga, what's his name? Isaiah, the slim dude. Before they had him, they had Austin Mills, D. Friga, motherfucking Nick Briz, and then they would pop on random people. But for the longest, they was holding on to D. Friga and Nick Briz, right? And then they was rotating people out. Because, I mean, you seen for the West Coast squad, IB Court was, funneled in there. Akil Carr, that big nigga that was supposed to be the big for the Ballers Life West Coast squad that was supposed to be up against Chris White. Can't think of that nigga name. But they passed all these people. Even Hezzy. Hezzy was associated with Ballers Life, but he's not officially Ballers Life. So it's crazy that Ballers Life will try to make it seem like Chris White is the only person that's out here switching around his team to fit, whomever he's playing. They did the same thing numerous of times. And I'm going to post all the videos. You'll see them. Or not the videos, the pictures, the screenshots of the videos showing in chronological order damn near of how this stuff played out. It's weird. They changed their players more than these niggas changed their underwear. They ain't much different from Chris White. The only thing is I can say is that Crswht didn't recruit as many as semi-pro or professional athletes as Ballislife West Coast Squad, right? West Coast Squad is the semi-pro professional squad. East Coast Squad is their brunt squad, where they do all the grunt work, you know what I'm saying? And they're the rough niggas. They're the ones that do the takeovers and all that other stuff. They get on the map for them. And then they got the Midwest Squad, which is all black dudes. And then they force these dudes. I don't even want to know what these niggas' paycheck look like. It probably look the worst of all the groups because they're all black. And then they want this group to play one of the losing teams West Coast Squad plays Zone 6. Who the freak does Zone 6 play that was deemed worthy to play West Coast? I mean, according to Byron Brooks, we seen it earlier on. He talking about they included, they wanted to play Crswht's team, the Hooligans, because they beat the Frigga fam. Well, who the freak did Zone 6 beat that made y'all want to play them? Because them niggas was losing every game they played. Just about. Y'all played the East Coast Squad, and the East Coast Squad didn't play nobody but park takeover people, which was, most of the times, was niggas that was just coming out for cardio. Then they played the Canadian squad. I can never remember what K Showtime's squad is. But them niggas is booty cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they played them in Canada, I bet money they probably would have whooped them. But they went to their neck of the woods. And that's how they do. Ballislife is Raggedy. They intentionally recruit semi-professionals and professionals for their teams. You see what I'm saying? And then they treat their non-professional players, non-semi-professional players, which are predominantly racial minorities, you know what I'm saying? Outside of motherfucking Frank Nitty and Caesar, but they treat them like they're like the entry-level workers, where the West Coast Squad is the professionals, right? If we were looking at a hospital, the East Coast Squad and the Midwest Squad, right? East Coast Squad are the electrical engineers. These are niggas that change the light bulbs out at the hospital, right? Where the motherfucking Midwest will be more like the housekeeping or environmental services, the people that clean the hospital. Where Ballislife West Coast Squad is more like the nurses and the doctors. Literally. It's a crazy analogy, but this is how they're structured, right? And they exploit people. They use several different people for their clout attached to their name, so they can get their benefits, and then they put a bow on it. Oh, well, you getting exposure on our channel. What the freak is your exposure doing? They ain't paying nobody bills. Ain't paying nobody bills. Like I said earlier, Ballislife rotated out so many people throughout their team, and they never officially signed any of them. IB Court talked about this. You know what I'm saying? Frigga kind of alluded to it. Devin the Lab, but nobody really went into detail of what happened. Even Chris talking about he was going to go into detail, and then he retracted, which makes sense. It's like going up against the government. Niggas is scary when you going against, humans that seem powerful compared to you because of money. Man, y'all better learn to get some faith and trust in Jesus, because Jesus could come against these niggas. I'm telling you. But I'm going to show y'all this one little snippet of Frigga, and I'm going to show you the date. But this is when Frigga started to get, in there. Frigga was attached to Ballislife. He was mistreated by Ballislife. Then he left Ballislife, and he started doing his own thing, started, going to different park takeovers, playing people. And the people that he thought was the best of those groups of people that he played, he was adding them like, hey, I'm going to go to this city. You come with me and you can play on my team. So he would have, that's when he started making his 5, but he didn't have a full 5. He would pick up, randoms on the side, and then he'll see how good they play. And that's how he was making his team. But he started off on Ballislife. Outside of, his YouTube channel with his college, career. He went from that to Ballislife to now what he does. This nigga is from a hick time. I mean, when you see his daddy, no offense, he looked like he belonged there. You know what I'm saying? Ain't don't look like many black people there unless it's the onesie twosies that run around like this and they watch anime. It's those black people that's just like, do you got black friends? And then when they be like, yeah, the black friend got like some Justin Bieber from the the mid 2000s hairstyle, you know what I'm saying? And they smell like armpits. It's some black kids that other black kids wasn't really befriending. Nobody was their friend, so little poor non-black kids was picking them up as friends. That's what he seemed like he come from. That's just, that's me passing judgment. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to get my life together. I'm trying. But let me show y'all this video real quick. And then I'm gonna suck in all these, put in all these screenshots so y'all can see the order of everything. But let me show y'all this. Hold on. It was a year ago, as you see. This is Nick Briz. As you can tell from that dunk. Look at this. Who that? Austin Mills. This is another guy. I have no idea what this dude's name is, but he shows up in almost all the Ball is Life stuff. And this nigga is not officially Ball is Life. And then Friga, I think, is right in front of this guy guarding him. And then they got him. And they exploit this dude because, I mean, every game where he was roasting dudes when he was first coming out with Ball is Life, they was one arm this, one arm this, one arm this. It was clickbait. So you come in, you like, dude, with one arm, dude. But look at this. This is Ball is Life East Coast Squad. And then not too long after, they both leave Ball is Life. They start their own groups, and then now they all here doing their own thing. Why is that? Because Ball is Life is just as raggedy. Chris is raggedy, just like Ball is Life is raggedy, just like Nick Briz is raggedy, just like Freaka's raggedy, just like I'm raggedy. I mean, we out here do some foul junk, right? Foul. I love y'all. God bless. Wake the freak up. Pay attention. Stop looking at stuff, taking it at face value. Even the Bible says that we motherfreaking as humans, we look at stuff in such a flawed way because we look at things on the outside. Check that heart. Like the Bible says, from the abundance of the heart, so does the mouth speak. Peace.